Welcome back, Movie Misfits. Today's Throwback Thursday, which always means another episode of Junk Drawer Flicks. So let's take a look at our junk drawer and see what we got. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Action Jackson. Not that Action Jackson. This Action Jackson. Before I go into any type of review, let's take a look at the trailer.
Why do they call you Action anyway?
Have to catch a cab. He's a cop who carries no weapon.
This Jackson is so vicious, we don't even let him have a gun.
He's a maverick who answers to no one.
You might tore that boy's arm off.
He had a spear.
He's a man who's no talk
I bet I can make you change your mind.
and all action.
How do you like your ribs?
The indefatigable Action Jackson.
The one big fella.
Some action.
You haven't learned your lesson.
Teach me.
You sure could teach Mr. T a thing or two.
So allow me to lay my healing hands upon you. What do you want from me?
I want you to die.
1, 2, 3.
When it calls for action, he's the one to call.
If I was to hit you again, you'd probably slap my little body right through that wall. I was thinking about it.
Carl Weathers is Action Jackson, and action is on the way.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Action Jackson was released in 1988, starring Carl Weathers, Craig T. Nelson, Vanity, Sharon Stone. Every person that's been in an action film in the 80s is basically in this film, except for Arnold Schwarzenegger, unfortunately. But this film also has Biff Tannen in it. So, in a nutshell, Jericho Action Jackson is like a specimen of a cop. He's a great cop, an amazing cop. He has a law degree, and he's just wanting to become a cop. So basically, he gets framed from an arch nemesis, and Action Jackson has to go clear his name. And I gotta say, I love this movie. I've loved this movie since I was a kid when it was on TV. This film embodies everything that action movies used to be. This film is very well done. It's very well choreographed. It's all shot on location. There's no CGI here, people. There's no green screen. No one's flying around on wires here. However, I do not understand why this film was not well received. When I was a kid, I thought this movie was amazing. It was always on my list as far as favorite action movies. However, it was always forgotten. However, there'd be a few people here and there as I grew up and knew of the movie that also enjoyed the film as well. I will say 80s and 90s action heroes are very underappreciated, and it's very sad because I feel like our new crop of action heroes do not deliver what our old action heroes did. I'm not sure if this is true, but this is a rumor, and when I've seen some of their movies, I do kind of believe that the rumor is true. A lot of our new action stars have contracts that say they can't get hurt. And when I mean they can't get hurt, I mean they can't get hurt on screen. They can't fight anyone bigger than them. And also, they always have to come out on top. Which basically means none of these heroes bleed, nor do they ever fight a nemesis that's bigger than them. Which is kind of lame, if you ask me, because all the best 80s and 90s action heroes, they bled, they got beat up, they fell, they got hurt. They did, however, rise up in the end and overcame it most of the time. Even Wolverine gets hurt now. And that's why I feel 80s and 90s action stars should be more appreciated. As my generation growing up, we got to see these action stars in their prime in the movie theater and on video. Do you feel like the younger generation that are not exposed to this as much, and they probably think, oh, these guys are just old now. However, I think if you go back and rent some of these movies or download these movies, well, however you watch movies, because not only are these action stars full of testosterone, you kind of believed all the stuff that they could do. Also, they got hurt a lot. And also, the special effects in these movies were great. These were all on location sets. All these scenes in Action Jackson, these are all on the street. These are all done in a city somewhere. And these are all done at warehouses. Also, back in the 80s and 90s, whenever you saw like a construction site, that basically meant that was gonna be a location for an action movie and that was gonna get blown up at some point. If you want an action-packed movie full of testosterone, gunfights, explosions, and actual live locations, and a very charismatic actor, check out Action Jackson, which is actually currently streaming right now on HBO Max. So if you know someone that has HBO Max, go watch it at their house. I would definitely check it out. I'm Mike the Movie Misfit. I'll see you at the movies.
How do you like your ribs?